Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the exciting, innovative, and amazing Propagandacast with me, host Imperial Dade, the one and only master propaganda heroes like defender of the fatherland, off here to 2v2 on day 101. In the northwest is Oziligath and Leiarde fighting here for the German army. Deutschland here with the 26th Panzer Division. 1st and 5th Panzergrenadier Company, similar deal here with the British 1st Armoured Division with Barry Chuckle and Jellybean. Sending out here with the number 3 and number 7 companies to halt the bloody Jerry advance. Sabsing up forwards here, of course we got Australians there right out off the bat here for Jellybean. Sabsing up, we got Panther being spotted here west for Oziligath. He's got the Caden crowd out. We got Dingoes for Barry Chuckle. And we got Panzers there out for Leiarde. As always, big hearty thanks to my Patreon supporters for the continued generous and absolutely wonderful support with the Propagandacast. Keeps making all these videos possible. And a big hearty thanks for you commenting and liking on my videos. Again, helps out immensely. Pioneers in pursuit. Aggressively by the Sappers. MD42 setting up here. Of course, Pioneers being used as bait for the Sappers. Draw them in here. As obviously on their own. Otherwise, the only chance is basically to retreat. Or, you know, die. And of course, here by the way is a bit of advice. If you see your opponent like, withdrawing like this, just constantly pulling back the Pioneers, which otherwise, pretty much only have those two choices, retreat or die, you have to wonder if they're moving, that is, if they're not retreating or dying, there's probably something else going on as your opponent is not very good at the game. In this case, Oziligath was obviously baiting the Sappers into the MD42, and that's typically like what you should typically then assume under these cases. I mean, obviously this could be a really big bluff, but on average, I don't think you see bluffs like this. So, bit of an piece of advice there. Strings bring about here. Dug in, ready to meet those Black Jerrys head on. South side Ken coming in here. We got the Dingo moving forwards here for Mr. Barry Chuckle has gone for heavy armor. Could then see a second Dingo because some players with heavy armor pretty much go double Dingoes, use them to raspberry, force out some like little counters, and then they use heavy armor to withdraw them, get the manpower back, and then push for something else. So heavy armor and Australian defense here versus Mechanized, leaving just Mr. the Leiarde to guess for, and he's going for Battlefield Espionage. So, yeah, there we go. Barry Chuckle, double Dingo. Again, very, in a sense, natural fit here with the heavy armor. Battle Group Panzer versus the Dingo there. Sam makes big dug in. We got some Panzer Pioneer wiring off the stairs. Cheeky Germans. Not Ken Crab, the Dingo, there's the Panzer Grenadiers. They cannot take bold action rifle. Sappers coming in here, trying to fort a crossing here, but we got the Australians heavily dug in. Oziligath responds for the mortar. Obviously, one way to deal with Australians is mortar fire. This applies also in real life, but obviously trying to get a mortar into Australia is probably going to get you on a lot of, fly lists. We have Panzers on the heavy fire here from the Sappers and the Dingoes. Grenadiers flanking in here under Oziligath's command. Mortar is right about the corner. Panzers pushing forwards here. Sappers there up close to the Panzers. Not entirely sure what happened there for Leiarde. That was definitely a bit of a slip, that argue. Sappers there getting focused on with the Grenadiers and the Carnot TK bolt action rifles. The main rifle of the German army. Note the name was a bit of a deceptive measure by the Germans. It really wasn't a carbine, it was just a slightly shorter GBF 98, but technically it wasn't called a carbine, it was just something the Germans named it to make the Allies think, well, it's not that big of a rifle. They did a lot of that actually up to the war. They just had a lot of these like naming conventions where clearly they weren't telling the truth. More Sappers out of Barry Chuckle, of course, fits nicely again. Heavy armor, and detachments means they become cheaper to reinforce. And then, of course, you get training for them, they're going to hit extra hard and, of course, scale a bit better. So, a lot there going on up north here, though we haven't really seen a lot of action. There's been a bit of movement here from Leiarde, but overall, nothing really massive here. The most of the fighting has been more center, which typically is what happens day 1-on-1. This north and the south avenue tend to be a bit overlooked. Sappers there, setting off some of those smaller flare mines off the Kettencrad. Just anti-personnel mines there. Kettencrad set up to spot. Panzerjägers out there again. Sort of respond to the Dingoes. And again, this is why some players actually kind of go for these double Dingo openings. If you put it up against the DAK, they force out the Panzerjägers. which of course is quite good to counter the dingo, but then you withdraw the dingoes and you push stuff in the Panzerjägers can't easily counter. Suddenly, your opponent's overcommitted versus that, and there's, you know, a bit stuffed. So, that is a possible reasoning that already Barry Chuckle's going for this. And of course, this is just also like, you know, in a sense, you just trade more effectively in the early game in terms of manpower because you just repair the damage and then you can just withdraw them. So it also creates sort of like, you know, more manpower positive like the early game. But again, you don't have to worry about them scaling poorly because you just withdraw them. So there's a lot of elements here to making the double dingo strategy work. Oziligath there with the Panther Grenadier Company going for the Panther Grenadiers. Steel Hand Grenade there, machine gun fire there. We could see here Jelly Bean losing his Australians there. He's got 3 of them out. Probably won't miss one. And he's also got a mortar out to Leiarde. He's going for the flak filling in the south. Sapper there hitting a Schützenmine and are finding themselves a bit short on feet. Up north here, Sappers moving in, trying to clash with the German forces up close. Platoon command post there for Mr. Jelly Bean. As Leiarde there's holding up for the flak filling. Anti-aircraft half-track. Center there, we've got Pioneers laying down mines here on the cover. That, of course, is always a bit of a cheeky trick you can do if your opponent's laid down cover. Mining set cover is typically a really good idea because it's sort of a cheat sheet for knowing where your opponent's likely to be in a future firefight. Fun fact. Back at the Allied bases, I suppose also Australian bases, we got tech there for both Mr. Barry Chuckle and for Jelly Bean. Might see Humbers, might see Stewards, might see something else entirely. The Panzerjägers there trying to wreck that piece of cover, the anti-tank rifles. That is going to be a very, very slow and awkward process. Machine caught out of cover. The Australians are caught even less out of cover, but there you go. British, so they're going at it. Well, technically it's an Australian mortar crew. Oh, grenades off. He almost took out the Australians here. Machine gun almost wild. Australian pulling in. Got the scope. Lee Enfield's there. Which is a fun fact, were actually occasionally used by German snipers. I guess in case where they couldn't get an otherwise scope rifle. German kind. Panzerjägers called in here for Leiarde again. Really like, you know, leaning into trying to counter the dingoes. But at this point, I believe Mr. Barry Chuckle has withdrawn them. We can just quickly check, does he have the ability? Yes, yeah, he's withdrawn them. And start quickly turning it into tank gun and a machine gun. So again, he's turning that sudden manpower surplus into something else again. It's more of a thing you've seen 2v2s. It's not something I recommend in 1v1s, but in 2v2s and probably above, it's definitely a strategy that can work because you got teammates to cover up some of the weaknesses with that strategy. Flak filling up, pursuing the sappers, going out of there with its 4 20mm altered cannons.
New ability online.
Section moving forwards here, anti-tank they're holding up here. Pack 40 there for Oziligath. And we got the arc dart here out of Oziligath and the German army. 232 here specifically, with the massive early bed frame radio aerials. Section moving forwards. Got the Indy forward sitting up here, though out of cover. Got the Australians sort of slow moving forwards. Note again the overlapping pattern here of the sandbag position as well there. Arctar then gained the section, lacking any anti-tank grenades of course here. Barry Chuckle has no other option but to just withdraw here. Mortar Indy forward to again, doing heavy work there. Arctar pushing in, there you go. 6-pounder gun scoring a great hit on the Arctar, so in the broadside that's going to be very difficult to miss, to put it gently. These are not exactly, you know, fun size. And there we go, Arctar kaput. Oziligath there definitely getting a bit overconfident versus the Australians. And he paid the price. So, good shot there, of course, by Mr. Barry Chuckle's 6-pounder. Meanwhile, up north here, Panzer has been equipped with the MD-34. 250 withdrawing. We got the Vickers is supporting a push across the center. Ambulance out for Leiarde. He's got Plunder. He's got the Intel Disruption Beacon. Southside he's absent about. We got Mortifying the German mortar. A grenade over there for Oziligath. That's 2 mortars on the field, and who knows, that could grow in number. We'll have to see. We got something picking up, that likely a beacon there out of Leiarde. Yup, it is the Intel radio beacon. Flak-fling spotting a few Australians, and of course, doing what any sensible German does upon seeing Australians, opens fire. Got the 6-pounder gun scoring great here on the flak feeling again, presenting the broadside. 250 half to taking a smashing it as well there. 6-pounder gun crew is definitely having some pretty great days there with being able to shoot at very boxy targets that can't hit them. Meanwhile, Jelly Bean moving for the company command post here, deciding he wants a bigger staff. Who doesn't?
You have orders? Enemy forces have claimed our territory.
Back at the Axis base, we're not seeing too much there otherwise. We got the pack, we got some Panzer Grenadiers there out of Oziligath. Got the Panzers moving forward with the Sturmgewehre. Engaging the Australians up close, got the Gebaldeladen off there. South side of guns being apart with the Australians. Flanking around here, pushing back the Australians. And it's back here to Oziligath. So far, sticking to very much a one of each strategy. Like a man at the self-serve candy section. Having a bit of each. Got the Cromwell weather for Barry Charcoal. That causes both players are going for the company command post on the British side. We've got the 2-pounder gun here. And there we go. We see a bit of a disaster here for the Allies as both 6-pounder guns here got completely cleared up by the Germans. And for use of sort of recruit one, and there you go, actually using the 250 half track to drive off with the other. A full anti-tank and highest tier out of the air. Quite impressive.
The enemy has taken a victory point.
That's the sort of thing the British would make a movie about if they were the ones stealing the anti-tank guns. The Great Anti-Tank Gun Heist. Starring Donald Sutherland in a mostly sober state. Anyway, section falling back here. Panzer Company almost done. Got the Cromwell rushing ahead here, smashing through the tree lines. Up north here, Sapper swinging forwards. Quickly cutting off the German northern supply lines. Good push there. Meanwhile, German forces even caught. Oh, we got the Funkwagen. No, it's that one. I think that also does it. I think so. Oh, it's actually quite a few of those beacons. Cheeky. Very cheeky. Now got Crom being spotted here, getting pelted with anti-tank rifle 5. We also got that one with the 6-pounder guns. They seized from the British. Good lord, they're using our guns against us. How rude. Yes, indeed, Jenkins. We should call the police about this. I think we're here because the police doesn't work. Oh, right. Start someone there for Oziligath. 2 thumbs up. Don't know whether this could be better if he also went for Stugs. I don't think he will. South Grenadiers, Panther moving forward. He's not going to push for the Panther. The Panzer Kampfwagen 5. Stielhand Granate locked with the Australians here. Panther goes versus the section there. We've got the Gebaldeladen. Oh! Jelly Bean there. A bit too slow, perhaps, having his fingers in a bag of jelly beans. Almost saw his Australian section there. Very much pasteurized. Matilda's on the way to for Barry Chuckle. Probably in response to the whole, you know, they got our anti-tank guns, and we're going to need something that's going to be a little less susceptible to anti-tank gun fire, which obviously is going to be the Matilda 2. We already got a Matilda 2 out here for Jelly Bean. And in fact, the Matilda 2 was a fairly robust design due to being entirely cast iron in one light go, made it fairly robust, so apparently they can even like shrug off Flak 36, that is the 88 and one of the Flak guns hits there. Fun fact. That said, they would stop producing them because they were fairly expensive to make. They would move over to the Valentine tank, and of course then switch over to the Churchill tank. But anyways, second Matilda out here, so that's 2 Matildas in the field. One, of course, has seen its engine there, suffering a bit of an accident there as it hits a mine. Panzer serves the Matilda 2 here. Got that 6-pounder gun there, engaging the British Matilda 2. Panther 4 there for Oziligath. No Panthers yet. Of course, I would say the increasing number of Matilda 2s would be a good argument for going for Panthers. And I think Oziligath, you sort of see there, kind of reaches the same conclusion. Like a man at the supermarket realizes he probably doesn't need that 6-pack of beer and probably needs something to actually eat. Panther Pack 14 pursuit by the Matilda 2 here. Even the Oziligath, of course, is bravely holding up for the Panther. He's close though, but for now British forces are hounding the Pack 40, looking to at least make up for some of the losses by foraging off the Germans. Panzer goes rushing forward here. Starstorm back at base, can of course merge with the Grenadiers, though of course they might be on cooldown. Blackfin rushing in, Sappers popping the number 69 percussive grenade there, or impact grenade, onto the mortar. Black filling rip into them. Almost got the sappers. Matilda, of course, has to withdraw already. Getting a bit outnumbered here by the Germans. Got the Australians moving forwards here. And looking to support here. 6-pounder guns engaging here. And of course, they've got the Panzerjägers, who for inexplicable reasons, anti-tank of course can just punch through front long due to deflection damage. And there you go. Flag filling taking hit from the 2-pounder gun. Another great hit here. And we got the second Matilda moving up here. Catching here. The air extended. Definitely in a good position to, of course, punish their jelly bean, but left himself open to full-on Chuckle Buster from Barry Chuckle. And we got the Leiarde called in as well now on the German positions with the flag filling gone. The Germans, of course, do lack anti-aircraft support here, as the Luftwaffe, of course, is not up for actual anti-air interdiction. And there you go, Pack 40 crew here being hammered by British artillery from a nice comfortable distance. Over to Leiarde, who's got the 250-3, and over to Jellybean, who does not have the 250-3. Laying down to the mines there, cheeky, pioneers us the section. You got 418 versus 33 here. 333, not just 33. Going forwards, they're slowly inching forwards. Starstorm for now withdrawing, having taken an awful lot of damage. We got the artillery tripwire flares. Another 6-pounder gun here on the way. Panther moving forwards. The Panzer Kampfwagen 5 Ausführung D. The earliest model of Panther. Which basically meant it had a lot of flaws. They just kind of also rushed out into the battlefield before the entire concept fully proved out. For example, it lacked a generator for the turrets. The actual Panther Model D had a basically hand crank, meaning very slow turret rotation. This one doesn't. And they're also mechanically very unreliable. It broke down a lot.
We have lost the sector.
MG-40 dealing with the advancing Australians there. Jellybean with the 6-pounder gun. Panther sneaking forwards. The artillery, of course, in heavy need of repairs. Mortifying the MG-42 there. Matilda versus the Panther. Very much lopsided engagement. Panther still inching forward. 2-pounder gun. He's actually landing some penetrating hits for the Panther's frontal armor. Panther moving forward. Got grenades being chucked there. Not very effectively, though. Front line here also crumbling. The British are being further pushed back. They definitely need something to change the tide. I suspect in the case of Jellybean, he's probably banking on an archer here to provide him with something a bit more mobile and also very punchy against all those big German tanks. Matilda 2, meanwhile, though, starts from them moving forwards with their MG-42 and their G-43s, catching here Jellybean's beleaguered mortar crew. Once then gets spotted here by the Matilda 2. Back here at Barry Chuckle's base here. He's got foot guards, he's got 6-pounder guns, he's got the Matilda 2 there being repaired up. And again, far up north here, in the mystical lands of who knows whatever this town is called.
The enemy have taken our territory.
We see the sappers and the section moving forwards there through the now empty streets. Panzer's moving forwards here, full-face squads. Veteran squad leaders there, thumbs up to Leiarde, and of course MG-34s. We got the Panzer Army Commander there for Leiarde. Mines exploding, foot guards finding themselves short a few feet.
We have lost the sector.
Is everyone alright? I lost me feet! You can no longer be a foot guard then. No! Anyway, sappers there, getting mauled out in the open. Big defensive line there. Might be the need to get something a bit artillery-like here against all of this, like Bishop could be something worth considering. A bunch of mortars. Second Matilda moving up here. Of course, War Matildas could be, of course, in other directions as well. But in case of Barry Chuckle, I'm guessing he's either thinking, you know, Churchill tanks, or of course, the Black Prince. Armoured reserves that are being unlocked here for Leiarde, deciding he wants something large, armoured, and intimidating. Further south here, Panther running into a bit of issues here with the 6-pounder gun and the 2-pounder gun here. Starstorm is out there, and we got a mortar crew wiped out here by Allied mortar fire. Good work there, Starstorm there. Finally calling off the push here for now. And here German forces are repulsed with a few casualties inflicted. Further up north here, Germans are slightly counter-pushing here against the British there. But of course, have to see how far that goes. 402 is 270. South up Matilda's inching forwards.
We are losing control of a sector.
Jelly Bean there, American slowly inching towards that archer. New Matilda's rolling forwards here. We got a Grant though out here for Mr. Barry Chuckle. Of course, also an excellent choice due to all its firepower. Even the Matildas keep rolling up here, supporting the Australian flank here. Really good. Catch Oziligath at the bad spot. Blencar's being chucked here. Starston is still in an awkward spot. Got the artillery loader called in here. Further frustrating. And yes, machine gun taking out the artillery fire. Troops could be further caught here. This is definitely a really good push here by the Allies. Completely blindsiding the Germans. Ambulance rushing and accruing it, but artillery keeps raining down here on the Germans. Machine gun's about to get wiped again if one gets out of there. German forces are taking massive casualties. The Matildas there could keep moving forward, supported by the anti-tank guns. Panthers being rolled in by Oziligath, the Oziligath, and to Barry Chuckle here. He's got a Sturmpanzer out. Engaging the Matildas, they've got the Sturmpanzer going for the anti-tank guns here. Catching there. Jelly Bean in a bad spot. Matildas moving forwards here under Barry Chuckle here as this is a Chuckle Buster assault. Keeps it up here. Wrecking beacons and Germans alike. Matilda's moving up here. I think the Grant, though, did that explode? Oh, it's still there. It's just all the way down there. That was a pretty brutal assault there. Forcing back the German front line a few inches. Field Marshal Haig would be proud. Wrecking the anti-tank guns there. In fact, everyone's firing on the anti-tank guns, making sure no one gets it.
Our adversary is down to 250 points now.
Reinforcing healing there. And there go dashing in for the glory of Deutschland. German steel there crosses the river. Guns blazing. Armour pinging off all the shells there of the British armour-piercing rounds there. But there you go. Matilda counterattack moving in there. Sturmpanzer taking further hits. His Starstorming full retreat here as the Matildas sail through like a bunch of drunkards through the wall of a nearby church. Up north here, fighting is intensifying here for the northern town here as the Germans are starting to pour more troops into the narrow streets. And we got a Bishop, a Crusader anti-aircraft tank here out of Barry Chuckle.
The enemy has
Animate anti-tank there got wiped with the 2 pounder guns mounted in the Matilda there. Crusader anti-aircraft tank is clear then for the infantry up north. I mean, in theory, if the Germans had aircraft support, it would obviously also be useful against that, but neither German battle group really offers any air support. So, that's obviously not really much of a thing. It's only quite a mix of them arm out of Barry Chuckle. Machine there getting grenaded. And utterly annihilated here by the Stielhandgranate.
We have lost control of a victory point.
Matilda's trying to keep the Germans from getting their hands on the machine gun. Get your hands off it, you filthy apes! Reginald, that's culturally insensitive. Shut it! Panther 4 here out of Mr. Leiarde getting shot at with the 6-pounder gun. Up north here we got the Crusaders and the Grant there slamming through the streets. Panzer Pioneer there reimagining their nightmares come true as they basically getting hunted down these streets and wiped. Stinging blow there. We got Panther moving up though versus the Crusader and the Grant. There's cuts. Oh, never mind. That's of course the Crusader drives straight in and the Grant does not support at all. Green machine gun there. Sturmpanzer getting hammered here with all manner of fire. Second Panther's almost done there for Oziligath. Almost got the Sturmpanzer. Getting rid of that would certainly be a big relief to support weapons and British infantry. And there you go. Panzer gets pushed back, but now the Panther Force finding out with the Grant. There's not much support for that one now. Sturmpanzer narrowly survives here as we got a counterattack by the Panther on the flank here. Machine getting flanked though in return by the Australians. Panzer 4, they're getting flanked. Got Panther anti-tank grenades. They're knocking out the Grant. And the Sappers here are also in the danger zone. Barry Chuckle, suddenly the one getting Chuckle busted here as his forces are getting decimated.
Victory point lost.
Huge losses here for the British. Number 3 company there. We do have a machine gun in place, but coming up the southern point here. That was really bad there for him. I mean, you can see him actually withdrawing here, the Crusader anti-aircraft tank, calling in another grant. Storm Panthers there getting slammed out by British gunnery. Got the 2 Panthers there. No, Panthers in Italy were fairly rare. For example, when the 26th Panzer Division did receive its Panther battalion, it was actually immediately withdrawn by the local, I think, either corps or army commander, and then turned into a strategic reserve. So, there's a little fun fact. And there you go. Finally, Jellybean has called in the Archer. The extra big guns have finally arrived. The Panther, of course, in heavy repairs, all that maintenance. Panzer's ace level, the Australian's ace level here. Panther's moving one direction, Sturm Panzer another one. Matilda's moving up. And there you go, Archer scores a great hit here. Could see the Sturm Panzer IV going kaput here, and almost had artillery called in as well here. German lines here in the danger zone as British artillery once more gets deep insight into where the Germans actually are. Further south here, Panthers on the hunt here for Matilda 2. Cheeky but smart move here by Oziligath, of course realizing that he's sending the Matilda 2 on its own. He pounced upon him with his Panthers because Matilda definitely can't outrun them. We do have the Archer, I think. Oh, it's still over there, so he can't use the assist. We do get a smoke stream, which does help. And in a sense here, the machine gun nest helps provide some bait there for the Panthers. So, looking a bit rough here for the Allies.
Initiating requisition.
Now, the Archer there at Veteran 2-1. The Archer is basically just a 17-pounder gun mounted onto a Valentine tank chassis. Though in a rather unique way, it was basically sort of strapped on backwards. So, there's a little fun fact about the Archer. And of course would be one of many tank destroyer designs the British would use mounting the 17-pounder gun on something. Second Archer out here for Jellybean, so that's double Archers. Panther inching forward, second Panther up. Ooh, we got Panthers right along here. 2 thumbs up to Oziligath. Rugged, charming bastard, you. I love that tank riding feature. In the south, the Australians was the Grenadiers here.
Enemy forces have captured a victory point.
Got Sango walls there going up. Looks like we could see a larger battle develop here. We got Grants, Matildas, Archers versus Panthers, Sturm Panzers, Panther 4s. This could be one of those really big, explosive, Hollywood-style battles, perhaps. We'll have to see. Panthers being caught by the Vickers. Grant's also laying down heavy fire there. German infantry losses are massive here. Panzer squads there drop to a fraction of the strength in a matter of seconds. Sturm Panzer pushing forwards here, supported by Pioneers, coming under fire from the Matilda 2 in the south. The Panthers going here for the other Matilda. We've got a 6-pounder and supporting it. Will it be enough? Is the big question. Archers there also, I think, repositioning, realizing where the Panthers are. Which is also where they need to be. 41's at 111. Grant's covering the center, being repaired. Archers moving southwards. Panthers already slowly withdrawing.
We are losing possession of a capture point.
338 was 111.
Territory sector lost.
Panther 4 down under fire. Slowly extending northwards with the foot guards. Southern victory point seized here by the Germans.
Secured our territory from us.
Archers have withdrawn towards the south, expecting for the Panthers to be there, but of course Oziligath is already moving them, probably anticipating that's where the Archers are going to be. So again, smart move, of course, here by Oziligath.
Control of a victory point.
And highlighting Jelly Bean needs to, I think, try and be a bit ahead of the curve here, because right now he's in a sense behind the curve. So again, his archers there, once one to withdraw. Matilda's almost knocked out. Got the archers finally round, but by now the Panthers are already withdrawn. Oziligath obviously having a reasonable idea, you know, how much time he's got before he has to, like, you know, pull back his Panthers, before he pulls back Wreckages. Or Rex, I guess. In the center there, got a build up here. We got the repair assembly up there for Mr. Barry Charcoal. And there goes Sturmhunting forwards, almost using it as bait here to draw away attention. Archers responding now. So cheeky place there by Oziligath. Very cheeky. And Oziligath brings in the Nebelwerfer. Part 1 in the south, thumbs up. Over here to Oziligath again, and over to Barry Charcoal.
The enemy breaks before us. They have only 100 points.
There you go, archers going hits on the Panther, punching through the 80mm of sloped armor with contemptuous ease. Got the Australians rushing forward to center being seized, but German forces another massive assault here. Branch responding here, of course, with heavy fire. The German platoon here is getting mauled. We got the Panther 4 getting hammered by the archers. There we go, Panther 4 kaput, shattered in a matter of moments as the crew there were clearly a bit overconfident in the protection of Kruppstahl. Sturmhunting forwards here, drawing attention away here from the Panthers. 6-pounder guns at the ready. Starstorm pulling in as well. Almost got one of the Sturmpanzers, but now the archers don't really have much to defend them. Sturmpanzer almost got knocked out. Got it, but now the Panthers, of course, get more free shots here till it called in. Need more support here. The ground coming assist the children unhealthy. Good shot from the archers. But again, they are easy targets for the Panthers. They're definitely not going to be great in a slug out here. The Tills on the flanks, Grant on the flanks here. We see Oziligath's Panther now extended here. There we go, almost got one of them. We got Mechanized assault here, but it's not enough. The Panther explodes. Munitions cooked off, ripping the tank apart on the inside. Got 332 to 65 here. The Allies are bleeding out victory points fast. Even if the Germans are losing, you know, other way they are winning. Black Prince here lined up for Barry Chocolate, but he's so short on infantry. Grant, Matilda's withdrawing here. They need victory points and they need them fast. 57 points left here. Anti-tanks being crewed there by the Germans again. Ford assembly there, being wrecked by German anti-tanks, including a Pilfer 2-pounder gun. Sections, foot guards charging in there. Troops pushing for the southern point. We got 332 as 45 here. Panther running forwards again here. Pack crews there being cleared out by the Australians. Oh, yes, those are Australians. In the center, we got pushed forwards here. Foot guards forcing away there. Nebelwerfer barrages going off. Dealing 32 versus 30. Archers on the move, heavily damaged. They're being hit by the Nebelwerfers. Black Prince being up here. Foot guards still being suppressed. Pushed off the center. 21 points left, but if they at least just keep them off the center and then grab the other one, at least, you know, buy some time here. Black Prince there slamming into the German Panzergrenadiers, further inflicting heavy losses. Australians versus Starstorm. The Aliens versus Predator spin-off, you never knew you wanted. Starstorm rolling forwards here. Black Prince forming a armoured vigil over the center, but they're getting focused on here by heavy anti-tank on fire. So many repairs are needed, but there's just not enough sappers to go around. In 32 versus 18, the Allies are holding firmly against the Germans, who are also being quite firm about the whole winning the war part. Panther there being fixed up, salvaging the Panther 4 here, more likely salvaging for weapons. Rattling forwards here, sniping the infantry, got 332 versus 17, there we go. Black Prince, Grant's foot guards being moved up here, Matilda on the move, archers hanging back, causing dynamic repairs. 2-pounder guns firing weights. Pack 40s going at it as well. Black Prince there is definitely within range of having regicide committed upon it. 10 points left here. It's a fierce fight for the center. Panther victory 2 there. Foot guards almost being wiped out here. We got 7 points left.
Victory point lost.
Grant added Black Prince. One Grant lit up like a lighter in the dark. Once you realise you actually lit up fireworks. Matilda moving forward, taking hammer the Panther. Ace level Panther here, hardened crew. Grant is about to get knocked out here. And down it goes. Massive loss here. 7 points left. The Allies are desperate.
Attack gun has been knocked out.
Got a nice flank here by the Australians. Panther takes a massive hit here. This archers are being committed. But we got the anti-tank and see we got all the infantry. Even the captured 2-pounder's definitely been a bit of a nuisance there. 7 points left. Got a Crusader tank rushing him. Beelining for the rear lines. Hoping to inflict some damage there. 7 versus 3. Panther responding though. German infantry ripped apart. We got another Sturmpanther for Oziligath. The German forces swarming forward here. Black Prince seeing the engine burst into flames as an anti-tank grenade lights it up here. Crusader down, the turret briefly reaching the lower stratosphere. At this point, the entire Allied war effort here in this sector has fallen apart, and the Germans stand victorious. So there you go. That was a rather brutal battle. The Allies at times, I think, struggle a bit there. The anti-tanks, of course, being, double napped there, I think was a massive blow to the Allies. And I think at times they definitely got a bit smarter how they moved about the map. They definitely, I think, relied a bit too much on brute force, which in this case the Germans were just better at exploiting. So there you go. Hope you enjoyed this match. I've learned something from it. If you did, subscribe, like, share, comment. This is Imperial News. Cheers, and see you all tomorrow for the next episode. Bye, everyone.